Hi, this is Lorraine Watry, and I am currently working on masking a hummingbird to paint with watercolor. I thought I would show you my process. This is the painting, and I have the hummingbird already masked. Sorry, I can't show you the whole thing right now due to my setup. There are flowers and stems on the left side and on the right, and then some out of focus colors and shapes in the background. Right now I have a little bit of masking tape here that I need to cut around, and I think you can see on the video that the lines of the drawing are viewable. When I use a blade to cut the tape, I am barely putting any pressure on this blade, and you need to make sure that it is a sharp blade. If your blade is dull even a little bit, then you may press harder and possibly dig into your paper and cause a groove, which will allow the paint to sit in that groove and cause a dark line around your object. If your blade is not sharp, you could also press so hard that you cut your watercolor paper. So it's kind of counterintuitive, but you want to be using a sharp blade and good masking tape. The masking tape that I use is the Scotch brand masking tape. It says right here, number 2020, general purpose, and then under that general purpose it says high adhesion. You just want to make sure that the tape you are using has good adhesive quality. The reason I use masking tape that is creamy color is because you can see your lines through it. Some other kinds of painting tape and tape that has some color to it you can't see through as well. The other thing that I do before I am totally done is to go back around and give it some good pressure to make sure that I've got my tape down everywhere and so that the watercolor won't seep under it as I'm painting. The paper that I paint on most of the time is Arches 140-pound cold press paper, and it does fine with the masking tape, but this is also Arches or Arches paper that is not in a block. I had a couple of students have some problems with their paper tearing, and we realized that it was Arches paper from a block, and so it may have different sizing on it. The Arches paper, Arches block paper may not work with the tape as well. I would just caution that you test your paper before applying the tape to use on a painting. I will just continue to mask this painting. I have a little bit more to go on the flowers over on this side, and you can see right down in this area there are some other flowers that I will mask around. Then I will be able to paint in the background without having to worry about my foreground subjects, and I can keep them white until I'm ready to paint them. When you go to remove the masking tape, just make sure that your painting is completely dry because you don't want to move the color that's on your paper or possibly tear the paper. I will also caution you not to leave the masking tape on your painting for a very long time. I've gone probably a month and been okay, but after that it can start to leave the gluey substance from the tape on your paper. This can cause issues with being able to paint on it or just the archival quality of your painting at that point. Sometimes I will use masking tape on parts of my paper, and then if there is an area that is really small or that is a little harder to mask around, I might use masking fluid. This is the brand I use most, the Winsor Newton Colorless Art Masking Fluid. I will apply the mask in the smaller areas and, oops, sorry, went out of focus here, and use a combination of masking tape and masking fluid to protect the areas that I need to until I'm ready to paint. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to see all my watercolor videos. I'm also on Instagram at Lorraine_Watry_watercolors and on Facebook at Watry Watercolors. I'm currently working on a new project to illustrate a children's book, and I will be posting on my blog at lorrainewatrystudio.com. I hope you have a good day and happy painting.